Look, it's an actor's trick. She just keeps wiping and wiping and wiping, so we think she has a heart.
What secret evidence made Meghan Markle flee the country overnight? She vanished without a trace just hours after federal agents seized documents from British media headquarters. Coincidence? The timing is explosive. Meghan's bombshell Oprah interview shattered royal protocol. Her accusations wounded the monarchy. But what she's doing now? It's unprecedented. This isn't just another celebrity lawsuit. When a duchess demands $75 million while federal agents raid newsrooms, we're in uncharted territory. The evidence Meghan doesn't want you to see might have just leaked, and it changes everything. She's gone. No goodbye, no press release, not even a cryptic Instagram post. Just gone. Did palace insiders finally push her too far, or is she running from something darker? Stay with me. This gets wild. 48 hours ago on the royal circuit, everything changed. Host Jessica Reynolds leaned into her microphone, eyes gleaming with that predatory look her 3 million viewers recognize instantly. Today, we're exposing the Sussex strategy, she purred. The studio lights caught her diamond earrings as she tossed her glossy hair. Let me show you something disturbing, Jessica continued, signaling producers to roll previously unseen footage. This isn't just about fame anymore. This is about power. What happened next detonated across social media within minutes. Jessica didn't just criticize Meghan, she accused her of operating a shadow court, designed to systematically undermine the monarchy from California. My sources inside Montecito confirm she's gathering intelligence on senior royals, Jessica declared, tapping a folder dramatically. This is warfare by proxy. The allegations escalated rapidly. Does Meghan Markle believe she's the rightful controller of the royal narrative? Absolutely, Jessica snapped. And anyone standing in her way should watch their back. Then came the threatening insinuation that crossed every legal line. Remember what happens to people who challenge powerful women with grudges? Jessica smirked. Accidents happen. Reputations crumble overnight. Careers end mysteriously. The audience gasped. Even Jessica's co-host winced visibly. But she wasn't done. Keep your eyes on who suddenly disappears from the royal circuit next, she added with a haunting laugh. History has a way of repeating itself when it comes to troublesome royals. Within hours, Meghan's legal team unleashed a $75 million lawsuit that blindsided media executives. The 42-page filing doesn't mince words. Deliberate incitement, malicious fabrication, and thinly veiled threats broadcast to millions. What nobody expected? The Department of Justice swooping in with unprecedented speed. Their cybercrime division launched a separate investigation into whether Jessica's broadcast constituted criminal intimidation across international borders. When public figures use mass media platforms to suggest harm might come to someone, former federal prosecutor Anton Reyes explained in an emergency press briefing, that creates a unique legal liability that transcends normal defamation. FBI agents seized hard drives containing unaired footage yesterday morning, and that's when Meghan vanished without warning. But here's the real bombshell that's sending shockwaves through royal circles. Security footage from LAX captured Meghan boarding a private jet at 3:47 a.m. yesterday. No security detail, no staff, no Harry. She disappeared like someone running from danger, not toward safety, noted former Royal Protection Officer Marcus Webb, who reviewed the footage exclusively for our broadcast. I've never seen a high-profile figure exit a country with such urgency without serious cause. Our exclusive source inside the Sussex inner circle, who risked everything to speak with us, revealed the shocking truth. She received a dossier containing evidence that's about to be used against her. What's in those pages terrified her. She was physically shaking. The mysterious dossier allegedly contains communications that directly contradict statements Meghan made under oath during previous legal battles. If true, the implications are staggering. Social media erupted within hours. The hashtag #MeghanOnTheRun hit 2 million mentions by noon. Justice for Royals trended in 17 countries. Celebrity accounts suddenly split between fierce defenders and vocal critics. If innocent people don't flee federal investigations at 3 a.m., tweeted influencer Kara Winters to her 4.2 million followers. Just saying what we're all thinking. The post accumulated 870,000 likes in 6 hours. Meghan's supporters mobilized instantly. A woman protecting herself from media violence isn't fleeing, countered actress Madison Torres in a passionate defense. It's surviving. Her impassioned video defense garnered 14 million views overnight. But where exactly did Meghan go? That's where this gets truly bizarre. Flight records show her private jet requested landing clearance in Toronto before suddenly diverting mid-flight. Aviation authorities tracked the aircraft to a remote airstrip in New Zealand's South Island, where witnesses report a woman matching Meghan's description transferred immediately to a helicopter that disappeared into mountainous terrain. This isn't vacation behavior, observed crisis management expert Eliza Chen in an emergency media briefing yesterday. This is someone implementing an emergency protocol. Meanwhile, back at their Montecito mansion, Prince Harry hasn't been seen in 36 hours. Security cameras caught him pacing their balcony at midnight, phone pressed to his ear, gesturing dramatically. Is he orchestrating her escape or being left behind? Just listen to this chilling exchange from Jessica's broadcast last week. There's something in those Sussex files that would destroy everything they've built. And when it comes out, and trust me, it will. Do you think she'll stick around for the fallout? Inside Sussex headquarters, absolute chaos has erupted. We've obtained exclusive footage showing staff frantically shredding documents at 1 a.m. 3 senior Archewell executives abruptly resigned this morning without explanation. Their charitable foundation's website mysteriously went offline for 6 hours. This isn't normal crisis management, royal commentator Helena Wright explained during our live interview yesterday afternoon. This is what happens when an organization fears imminent exposure of damaging information. Financial consequences mounted instantly. 2 major sponsors have already frozen partnerships worth an estimated $14 million annually. Netflix executives reportedly held an emergency meeting regarding their $100 million Sussex production deal. Just 30 minutes ago, a source inside Buckingham Palace revealed King Charles has summoned his most trusted legal advisors. His Majesty is weighing unprecedented options, our source confided, including measures never before taken with family members who bring the institution into disrepute. But wait, the most shocking twist just developed. A leaked DOJ memo obtained exclusively by this channel indicates federal investigators aren't just examining Jessica's threats. They're scrutinizing unusual financial transfers between Meghan's charities and offshore accounts activated just days before she filed her lawsuit. Could this lawsuit be a smokescreen for something bigger? Was Jessica about to expose financial irregularities? Is that why Meghan fled so abruptly? Legal expert Jonathan Rivers believes federal prosecutors face a difficult decision. If they pursue this aggressively, they risk creating an international incident with a British royal. If they back off, they appear to give preferential treatment to the wealthy and connected. This story transcends celebrity gossip. It strikes at the intersection of royal power, media accountability, and justice itself. 3 institutions now face existential questions: the monarchy's ability to control its narrative, the media's right to speculate about public figures, and the judicial system's capacity to operate without fear or favor. Whichever side you support, recognize what's unfolding. A watershed moment that will redefine relationships between royalty, media, and law enforcement for decades. What's your take? Is Meghan a victim fleeing persecution or someone avoiding accountability? The debate is exploding in our comments section with over 50,000 responses already. Join the conversation below. Hit subscribe. Now, we've got exclusive information about Harry's next move dropping tomorrow. Our sources inside his security detail have shared concerning developments you won't hear anywhere else. This isn't just entertainment. This is history unfolding in real time, and we're just getting started. Before we continue, let me take you back to where this all began, the explosive virtual hearing that triggered Meghan's disappearance. The Zoom courtroom fell silent yesterday as Judge Eleanor Winters leaned toward her camera. Attorneys from both sides froze. Then came the bombshell that changed everything. The court has received evidence of potential witness tampering, Judge Winters declared, her voice razor-sharp, and documentation suggesting financial improprieties connected to this case. Meghan's face drained of color instantly. Her attorneys exchanged panicked glances. Something was terribly wrong. Given the serious nature of these allegations, the judge continued, I am ordering all financial records from both parties preserved immediately. Federal authorities have requested access to records dating back 5 years. That's when it happened. Meghan's video feed abruptly cut out. Court officials attempted to reconnect. Her attorney stammered excuses about technical difficulties. But insiders confirm what really occurred. Meghan terminated the call, packed essentials, and initiated her escape plan within minutes. What terrified her so severely? Our investigation reveals a stunning twist nobody saw coming. 6 months ago, a junior producer at Jessica's network secretly recorded conversations that would shatter both sides of this royal feud. The recordings allegedly captured Jessica plotting her anti-Meghan campaign, but they also reveal something potentially devastating about the Duchess herself. These tapes are nuclear, explained media attorney Sophia Diaz after listening to portions provided by our confidential source. They document both Jessica's unethical tactics and Meghan's alleged attempts to manipulate public opinion through coordinated false statements. The whistleblower initially approached Meghan's team offering these recordings as leverage against Jessica. But in a catastrophic miscalculation, they reportedly paid $175,000 for exclusive rights to these materials, creating a paper trail federal investigators have now uncovered. Paying for damaging information, then hiding that transaction, creates serious legal exposure, explained former federal prosecutor Marcus Liu in an emergency press conference. Especially when that evidence is subsequently used in court filings without disclosing its provenance. Both Jessica and Meghan may have trapped each other in a mutually destructive legal quagmire. Jessica faces career-ending revelations about her journalistic ethics, while Meghan confronts potential charges of obstruction and evidence tampering, explaining her sudden international flight. Public reaction has been swift and polarized. Team Meghan supporters maintain she's fleeing genuine threats from a corrupt media establishment. Critics counter with runaway royal, suggesting her hasty departure confirms guilt. What happened next stunned legal experts worldwide. An unprecedented sequence of courthouse developments unfolded with military precision. At exactly 7:14 a.m., 27 federal agents simultaneously entered 3 locations: Jessica's network headquarters, the Sussex Foundation offices, and the law firm representing Meghan. Digital forensics teams seized servers. Documents were boxed and cataloged. Employees watched in shock as investigators downloaded communication records. By 9 a.m., crowds had surrounded the federal courthouse. Competing protesters clashed, justice for Meghan signs colliding with no one above the law banners. Police established barricades as tensions escalated. Social media live streams captured the escalating chaos. When Jessica arrived at 9:32 a.m., she projected defiance. Wearing a crimson power suit and oversized sunglasses, she strode directly toward waiting cameras. "The truth doesn't fear investigation," she declared to the sea of microphones thrust toward her face. Her attorney, renowned media defender Alexander Morris, projected confidence. "We welcome these proceedings as an opportunity to expose the Sussex manipulation machine." Everyone expected Meghan's arrival next. Security cleared pathways. Photographers readied cameras. But minutes stretched to hours. Her legal team appeared increasingly agitated, huddled in whispered conferences, frantically checking phones. At 10:45 a.m., Judge Winters announced what many suspected. Counsel informs the court that the plaintiff is currently unavailable. The courtroom erupted in chaos. Journalists raced for exits. Jessica's attorney immediately moved for dismissal, citing abandonment of proceedings. That's when the government dropped its bombshell. Assistant U.S. Attorney Devin Williams approached the bench with a sealed document. After reviewing its contents, Judge Winters' expression transformed visibly. This court now recognizes parallel federal proceedings have commenced. Today's hearing is hereby suspended pending those investigations. Sources within federal law enforcement leaked that investigators had uncovered a sprawling network of questionable activities, extending far beyond this single lawsuit. The payment for recordings represented merely one thread in a complex web of potential legal violations by both parties. What began as a defamation case has morphed into something far more serious, explained former District Attorney Nina Patel in an emergency press briefing. Money laundering statutes, witness tampering provisions, and international financial regulations may all be implicated. Jessica's team exited the courthouse visibly shaken despite their earlier bravado. One producer was photographed openly weeping. Network executives huddled in emergency sessions throughout the afternoon. As this royal drama continues unfolding, explosive new developments emerge hourly. British intelligence services have reportedly activated rarely used diplomatic protocols. The FBI has requested international cooperation through Interpol channels. Royal protection officers worldwide received security briefings. Where exactly is Meghan now? Multiple sightings create conflicting narratives. Some reports place her at a private estate in New Zealand's remote mountain. Others claim she's at a secluded compound outside Toronto. A yacht reportedly owned by a tech billionaire was spotted near Malta, with a woman matching her description on board. But the most credible intelligence suggests she may have reached Dubai, a strategic choice offering both luxury accommodations and limited extradition options should criminal charges materialize. Meanwhile, Prince Harry faces an impossible dilemma. Royal insiders report heated confrontations between Harry and senior palace officials during an emergency video conference. He appeared completely blindsided by these developments, our source revealed in an exclusive midnight briefing. The question now becomes whether his loyalty lies with his wife or his legal obligations. The ultimate stakes transcend mere reputation. If federal investigations uncover criminal wrongdoing, potential consequences include asset seizure targeting their $14 million Montecito estate, revocation of Harry's visa under moral character provisions, and criminal charges carrying potential imprisonment. Veterans of royal scandals express unprecedented concern. Lord Richard Harrington, former Palace Communications Director, appeared visibly disturbed during our exclusive interview yesterday. In my 47 years serving the Crown, I've never witnessed a situation with this potential for institutional damage. This transcends anything we saw with previous royal controversies. Just minutes before this broadcast, we received alarming footage from a confidential source. The video shows Meghan in what appears to be a luxurious safe house, surrounded by legal advisors. Her eyes reflect exhaustion and fear. Her hands tremble uncontrollably. "I never expected it would reach this point," she whispers, voice breaking. "There are things about the institution that people don't understand. Things I was trying to expose." The video abruptly ends, leaving her most explosive accusations unheard. What revelations was she about to share? What secrets drove her to risk everything? And who benefits most from her silence? This story has transcended celebrity gossip. It now operates at the intersection of power, justice, and accountability. Whether you stand with Meghan or against her, one truth remains undeniable. Nothing in the monarchy will ever be the same again. Join our investigation as we continue unraveling this unprecedented royal crisis. Tomorrow, we'll reveal exclusive documents showing the complex financial web surrounding both Jessica and Meghan. Click subscribe, enable notifications, and join our members-only platform for breaking updates delivered directly to your device. The real truth is still emerging, and you'll hear it here first. I'm Carter Reynolds. Until tomorrow, keep questioning everything.
I haven't really scraped the surface on my experience, but I do think that I would never want someone else to feel that way.
As one of the most publicized royal couples in modern history, the lives of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been under constant scrutiny. Their every move, every word, and every decision have been analyzed by the press and the public. However, no one could have predicted the emotional moment that would soon unfold between them. Prince Harry, known for his candidness and open heart, found himself in tears after witnessing an unexpected transformation in his wife, Meghan Markle. This wasn't just any change, it was a shift that caught everyone by surprise. What could have possibly led to this? Meghan, who had always been seen as a strong and independent woman, had undergone a dramatic personal evolution. This transformation was both visible and emotional, and for Harry, it represented a new chapter in their lives together. For a woman who had once faced relentless criticism and had to fight against public perception, this was a moment of reckoning. It was not only a realization of her own growth, but also a turning point for their family as a whole. As the couple navigated the challenges of living outside the royal spotlight, Meghan began to evolve in ways that even Prince Harry hadn't anticipated. The impact of this transformation, both on her and on their relationship, would soon become undeniable. She was no longer just the Duchess of Sussex, a figure defined by royal duty and protocol. Meghan had stepped into her own, taking control of her personal and professional life, advocating for causes she believed in, and shedding the weight of the media's harsh judgment. This new Meghan was someone Harry had never seen before. She was confident, outspoken, and unapologetically herself. This moment of change wasn't just a superficial shift in her image. It was a deeper transformation that affected her entire being. It was a reawakening, and in Harry's eyes, it was a revelation. Meghan had not just changed her role in the world, she had evolved into the woman she was always meant to be. And this change would shape the future of their lives together. This chapter of their journey, though full of challenges, marked the beginning of a new, more authentic era for both of them. Meghan's journey of self-discovery. Meghan Markle's transformation did not happen overnight. It was the result of years of personal growth, the pressure of being in the public eye, and the emotional weight of the criticism she faced. After stepping down from royal duties, Meghan found herself at a crossroads. She was no longer just a royal. She was a mother, a wife, and a woman rediscovering her voice. Inequality, women's rights, and mental health. Issues that were close to her heart. Her activism, she found joy in helping others, in using her position for good. Meghan was no longer the woman defined by public opinion or royal expectations. Instead, she was finding peace in who she truly was. This newfound clarity transformed Meghan, not only in how she carried herself, but in how she approached life and her role in the world. Meghan had always been a driven and ambitious woman, but as she found her voice outside of royal duties, she blossomed in a way that no one, not even Harry, had fully anticipated. Her transformation wasn't just about stepping into her power. It was about shedding the past, the labels, and the limitations that had been placed on her. Meghan was free to be unapologetically herself, and she was embracing it with every step she took. Harry's reaction. A changed man. For Prince Harry, this transformation was both inspiring and overwhelming. As someone who had always been protective of Meghan, watching her embrace this new version of herself brought tears to his eyes. It wasn't just the change in Meghan that affected him. It was the profound effect it had on their relationship. The emotional toll of being under constant media scrutiny had been wearing on both of them, but Harry saw a side of Meghan that he had never witnessed before. She was no longer burdened by the weight of royal obligations or public expectations. Instead, she was free. Free to live life on her terms. Free to be the woman she had always wanted to be. And free to stand beside her husband as an equal in every sense. This wasn't just about watching his wife succeed. It was about watching her embrace a version of herself that Harry had always believed she could be. But now he was seeing it unfold before his very eyes. This transformation allowed Harry to see a deeper connection between them. It wasn't just about the love they shared. It was about the strength they had found in each other. Meghan's transformation represented the growth of their relationship, as they were no longer just navigating the pressures of royal life, but truly living for one another. Harry realized that, just as Meghan had grown into her own, he too had evolved, becoming more attuned to her needs and desires, and more open to his own growth. Harry's tears were not just a reaction to Meghan's newfound confidence. They were a reflection of the deep bond they shared. They had weathered the storm of public scrutiny together, and in doing so, had learned to grow together as individuals and as a couple. This journey had strengthened their connection in ways they never thought possible. The emotional growth they had undergone was a testament to the power of love, mutual respect, and understanding. The road ahead. As Meghan's transformation continued, Prince Harry also experienced his own changes. The couple began to embrace new challenges and opportunities, leading them down paths they never imagined when they first met. They were no longer trapped by the expectations of the royal family or the weight of public opinion. Instead, they were charting their own course, together. The journey ahead was not without its obstacles, but the bond between Harry and Meghan had never been stronger. They had weathered the storm of public scrutiny together, and in the process, they had both transformed. Meghan into a confident, empowered woman, and Harry into a man who understood the true power of love, vulnerability, and emotional growth. As Meghan's voice became louder, Harry's support for her became stronger. He was no longer the prince who had once followed the family's dictates. He had evolved into a man who made his own decisions, fought for his beliefs, and supported his wife wholeheartedly in doing the same. Together, they were no longer just a couple in the public eye. They were a family, navigating life with purpose, authenticity, and an unbreakable bond. This unexpected transformation was just the beginning of a new chapter for them both. As they moved forward, they were more than just the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They were powerful advocates, compassionate leaders, and loving parents. And no matter what the future held, they were ready to face it together. The media's shift in perception. For years, Meghan Markle had been relentlessly pursued by the media. She had been vilified for every decision, every action, and every move she made. From her relationship with Prince Harry to her departure from royal duties, the press was quick to judge, scrutinize, and criticize her. However, something began to change. As Meghan grew into her new role outside the royal family, there was a noticeable shift in how she was portrayed. The public began to see Meghan not just as a controversial figure, but as someone who was standing firm in her own truth. Her transformation, both personal and professional work, using her platform to speak out on social issues, including racial inequality, women's rights, and mental health. With every new project she took on, she became more visible, not just as a former royal, but as a powerful voice in her own right. This shift wasn't just about changing how she was portrayed. It was also about how Meghan chose to embrace the changing narrative. As she delved deeper into issues she was passionate about, her voice began to resonate more with people who had once seen her as the villain in a royal soap opera. It wasn't just about her being an ex-royal. It was about the actions she was taking and the stories she was telling. With each interview, charity initiative, and public appearance, Meghan demonstrated an unwavering commitment to using her influence for good. The world began to see her not just as someone connected to royalty, but as someone capable of bringing change. For the first time in years, the media couldn't simply box her into the narratives they had created. Meghan had taken control of her own story, and the world watched in awe as the woman who had once been criticized for every move she made became a beacon of empowerment and change. The same media outlets that had once taken aim at her were now forced to acknowledge the remarkable transformation she had undergone. They were left to ask, how did Meghan Markle go from being an international target of negativity to a woman of influence, advocacy, and self-assurance? It wasn't just about breaking free from royal constraints. It was about taking control of her narrative, both for herself and for her family. Prince Harry's support. A rock through it all. Prince Harry's unwavering support from Meghan throughout this entire transformation has been pivotal. While Meghan was busy redefining herself, Harry stood by her side, providing emotional support and encouragement. His role in this transformation cannot be understated. He was the one person who saw Meghan not just as the former Duchess of Sussex, but as the woman she was becoming. Harry, who himself had undergone his own evolution in the public eye, understood better than anyone what it was like to have the world scrutinize every aspect of your life. Having lived much of his life in the shadow of his mother's tragic death and the ensuing media frenzy, Harry knew the pressures that came with public attention. He had always struggled with the weight of the expectations placed on him, and when Meghan entered his life, he found someone who shared similar burdens. He admired her resilience and strength from the very beginning, knowing how difficult it must have been for her to face constant criticism, especially as a woman of color. As Meghan embraced her new role outside the royal family, Harry supported her every step of the way. He was always the one behind the scenes, keeping her grounded when the media came after her or when she doubted herself. His constant encouragement allowed Meghan to stand taller, speak louder, and become the person she always wanted to be. Harry, who had always been seen as the more rebellious royal, was the first to understand the need for Meghan to step into her power. For him, this was not just about supporting his wife. It was about witnessing her become the woman who had always been inside her, waiting to break free. Meghan's transformation wasn't just a personal triumph. It was a collective one, and Harry's love, support, and commitment to her were essential parts of the journey. As they walked this new path together, Harry realized that their marriage had not only survived, it had thrived. It had deepened, strengthened, and evolved, just like Meghan herself. The impact on their marriage. As Meghan's transformation unfolded, so too did the bond between her and Harry. The changes in Meghan weren't just personal. She was evolving as a partner, a mother, and a public figure. These shifts in her life were naturally going to affect her marriage to Harry, but rather than causing strain, it only seemed to strengthen their connection. They had always been a team, but now they were navigating life with a deeper understanding of each other's needs, dreams, and desires. The couple had always been open about the challenges they faced, especially in the public eye. But as Meghan stepped into her own power, Harry realized how much he had underestimated her potential. He had seen her face adversity with grace, but it was only now that he truly understood the depth of her strength. As Meghan found her voice, it brought a new dimension to their relationship, one that was based on mutual growth and respect. Their marriage became a partnership not just in the sense of love and support, but in ambition and purpose. They were no longer just the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They were two individuals united by a shared mission to change the world for the better. What's more, the emotional connection between them deepened. No longer did they merely have a relationship built on shared history and royal obligations. They had become two souls with aligned visions for the future. Meghan's transformation allowed Harry to see a new side of her, a side that reflected strength, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to making a difference. And this new side of Meghan inspired Harry to continue evolving alongside her, adapting and growing just as she had. Every milestone Meghan achieved, Harry celebrated with her, knowing that each success was a testament to her unwavering determination. But beyond the successes, Harry also cherished the quiet moments with her, moments that spoke volumes about the true nature of their relationship. Together, they were stronger than ever, and they knew they were ready for whatever challenges lay ahead. Raising their family with new values. As Meghan transformed, so too did the way she and Harry approached their roles as parents. Their children, Archie and Lilibet, were growing up in a different world than the one Harry had experienced. While Harry had been raised within the confines of royal tradition, his own children would have the freedom to explore the world on their own terms. Meghan's transformation had instilled in both her and Harry a deep desire to raise their children with values of kindness, empathy, and independence, values that they themselves held dear. Meghan's work, advocating for women's rights, racial equality, and mental health, became an integral part of their family's mission. She and Harry began to raise their children with an understanding of the world beyond their own experiences, instilling in them a sense of responsibility to make a positive impact on the world. The couple emphasized the importance of using their platform for good, teaching their children that their voices mattered and that they had the power to make a difference. Raising children outside the royal spotlight, Meghan and Harry sought to provide them with a more normal upbringing, one that balanced fame with the simple joys of life. They encouraged their kids to appreciate the value of hard work, compassion, and community. Their household was one filled with love, learning, and an ongoing commitment to creating a better world. Meghan's transformation had given them both the tools to parent in a way that was thoughtful, grounded, and future-focused. As they raised their children, Meghan's transformation became a touchstone for how they would lead their family. They wanted to ensure that their children grew up with a sense of purpose, just as Meghan had found. It wasn't just about wealth or privilege, it was about compassion, integrity, and a deep commitment to improving the world. Meghan and Harry wanted to give their children the tools to live meaningful lives, grounded in the values that had come to define their own personal journeys. The emotional moment that changed everything. The day that Prince Harry found himself in tears, witnessing Meghan's transformation, marked a pivotal moment in their relationship and in their lives. It wasn't just the change in Meghan herself, it was the realization of how far they had come together. Meghan, once uncertain and unsure of her place in the world, had transformed into a confident and powerful force, and Harry couldn't have been more proud. The tears weren't born out of sadness. Rather, they came from a deep well of emotion, gratitude, and awe at the woman Meghan had become. He saw in her everything he had always admired: her strength, her intelligence, her unwavering commitment to making the world a better place. But most importantly, he saw in her the partner he had always hoped for, a woman who would not just walk beside him, but lead with him. In that moment, Harry realized that they had grown together as individuals and as a couple, and their journey had only just begun. The tears reflected the joy he felt for Meghan's transformation, but they also symbolized the realization that they were on the verge of something even greater, a future built on love, support, and shared values. And no matter what challenges lay ahead, Harry knew they could face them together, moving forward together. The transformation of Meghan Markle had not only affected her, but it had changed the entire course of her and Harry's lives. As they moved forward, they did so with a renewed sense of purpose. Meghan's newfound strength and confidence had breathed new life into their relationship, and together, they were forging ahead with a vision for the future that was uniquely their own. The journey had been long, filled with obstacles and challenges, but Meghan and Harry had come out stronger on the other side. They were no longer the couple that had been constantly scrutinized by the press. They had become two individuals who had found their own voices and were using them to create lasting change. The world had watched their transformation, and now, as they stepped into the future, the world would see the powerful partnership they had built. What does the future hold for Meghan and Harry? Their transformation is just the beginning of a new chapter, one that will undoubtedly shape their legacy and inspire others to embrace change and growth in their own lives. Stay tuned to see how their story continues to unfold. What do you think of Meghan Markle's incredible transformation? Do you believe it was the key to strengthening her relationship with Prince Harry? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Also, click on the next video that appears on your screen. You won't want to miss it.
It's not enough to just survive something, right? Like, that's not the point of life.
Smack! Meghan's hand meets Harry's cheek. Courtroom in uproar. Royal guards lunge forward. The Duchess of Sussex, face contorted with rage, has just done the unthinkable. What drove this former actress to publicly attack her husband? How did palace secrets explode into this live-on-camera meltdown? The shocking truth behind this royal scandal is about to be revealed, and it's more explosive than anyone imagined. Just seconds before the slap, a royal representative had delivered the family's devastating verdict. Before anyone could react, Meghan snapped, unleashing years of bottled fury at the man who promised to protect her from the monarchy that has now cast them both out. This wasn't just a slap. It was the moment the fairy tale shattered before our eyes. The royal family's announcement shook the monarchy to its core. After months of closed-door negotiations, leaked documents, and bitter accusations, the decision was final and absolute. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex were to be permanently removed from royal duties and privileges, stripped of titles, income, and royal protection in one devastating blow. Moments after this decision, Meghan would shatter centuries of royal decorum. Don't blink, or you'll miss what happened next. The courtroom was packed with royal officials, security personnel, and a select few media representatives. The tension was palpable as the royal representative delivered the verdict with cold formality. Both Meghan and Harry sat stone-faced through most of the proceedings, but keen observers noticed her trembling hands and his clenched jaw. What happened next stunned even hardened royal watchers. In full view of everyone present, the composed facade crumbled. Years of suppressed emotions erupted in that shocking physical confrontation, a moment that will forever change how we view the royal couple and the institution that rejected them. Meghan's attack on Harry wasn't just a personal breakdown. It was the culmination of a royal nightmare years in the making. As security rushed to separate them, Harry stood frozen, hand on his reddened cheek, looking not angry, but devastated. The courtroom descended into chaos as officials scrambled to clear the room and contain the damage. Within minutes, unauthorized footage leaked online. Social media exploded with the #RoyalSlap trending globally. News networks interrupted regular programming as body language experts, royal commentators, and psychiatric professionals all weighed in on what triggered Meghan's unprecedented outburst. Was it betrayal? Did Harry fail to defend her against his family? Or did Meghan finally realize the sacrifice her husband had made by choosing her over his birthright? The stunning courthouse confrontation didn't happen overnight. From the moment Meghan entered royal life, tensions simmered beneath the picture-perfect appearances. What began as cultural adjustments and protocol missteps gradually escalated into full-blown institutional warfare. Remember when Meghan and Harry seemed like the fresh, modern face of the monarchy? Their wedding captivated billions worldwide, the American actress and the beloved prince promising a new era for the royal family. Those joyful images now seem like artifacts from another lifetime as we witness the most dramatic royal collapse since the Diana years. Behind palace walls, the breakdown began almost immediately. Leaked documents reveal a systematic campaign to control every aspect of Meghan's life, from her clothing choices to her friendships and even her communication with her own family. With senior royals increasingly concerned about the couple's independence and popularity. Recently uncovered documents expose the bitter truth behind the royal rift. Explosive email chains between senior palace officials show growing alarm at Meghan's refusal to know her place within the hierarchy, and gradually reduce their prominence within the royal framework. Most damning of all was the discovery of a coordinated effort to isolate Meghan from potential allies within the palace. Staff members who showed loyalty to the Duchess found themselves reassigned or pressured to resign. The systematic dismantling of her support system left Meghan increasingly dependent on Harry alone, setting the stage for the resentment that would eventually explode in that courtroom. The evidence reveals a ruthless institution determined to preserve its traditions at any cost. For Meghan and Harry, each day brought a new humiliation, a new restriction, or a new betrayal. As their position became increasingly untenable, the once solid partnership between them began showing cracks under the relentless pressure. It was, in her view, a deliberate endangerment of her family's safety. The fateful hearing wasn't meant to be so dramatic. Originally scheduled as a formal review of the couple's status, it transformed into something far more consequential. Palace representatives arrived with a non-negotiable decision, rather than proposals for discussion. What pushed the Duchess to her breaking point? According to sources close to Meghan, she entered that courtroom believing Harry had secured promises from his family. She reportedly expected limitations, but not complete excommunication from royal life. The totality of the rejection, especially the financial implications and security concerns for her children, blindsided her completely. The disconnect between her expectations and reality proved catastrophic. As the severity of their situation became clear, Meghan reportedly turned to Harry with a look of absolute betrayal. Witnesses describe her expression changing from shock to fury in seconds before the physical confrontation that no one expected. The palace representatives were visibly horrified as royal guards rushed to intervene. Emergency protocols activated immediately. Media representatives were detained until they surrendered all recording devices, though not before critical footage had already been transmitted. Harry's reaction speaks volumes about the complicated dynamics at play. He made no move to restrain Meghan or defend himself. Instead, those present describe a man who appeared resigned, even accepting of her rage, as though he'd been anticipating this moment of reckoning. The aftermath brought crisis meetings at the highest levels of the monarchy. Emergency consultations with communications experts and legal advisors stretched through the night as the palace scrambled to contain the damage. For an institution built on dignity and restraint, the public spectacle represented an existential threat to its carefully managed image. Prince William and Kate Middleton immediately canceled planned public appearances, retreating behind palace walls as they processed the implications for their own position. Sources close to William describe him as devastated, but resolute in supporting the family's decision, creating an apparently permanent fracture between the once inseparable brothers. King Charles faced perhaps the greatest challenge of his reign before it had properly begun. Torn between institutional duty and fatherly concern, he reportedly advocated for a less severe approach, but was overruled by advisors concerned about precedent and the monarchy's survival. The resulting statement, coldly formal and lacking any personal touch, reflected the institution's priority of self-preservation over family bonds. Public reaction split dramatically along generational lines. Older Britons largely supported the monarchy's position, viewing Meghan's courtroom behavior as vindication of their suspicions about her suitability. Younger citizens, however, increasingly questioned the relevance of an institution willing to sacrifice family relationships for outdated protocols and traditions. International reaction proved even more damaging to the monarchy's standing. Commonwealth nations, already examining their continued ties to the British Crown, found in this ugly spectacle new reasons to consider constitutional changes. Several Caribbean nations accelerated plans to become republics, citing the treatment of Meghan and Harry as the final evidence needed that the monarchy remained colonial in its mindset. Beyond the constitutional implications and public spectacle lies a deeply human tragedy. Two young children, Archie and Lilibet, now face growing up in the shadow of this very public rupture between their parents and their paternal heritage. Palace sources confirm the children have been permanently removed from the line of succession, an unprecedented move that severs their connection to the institution that forms half their identity. For Harry, the cost has been particularly severe. Friends describe a man torn between the only family he has ever known and the woman he chose to build a future with. The physical confrontation in that courtroom represents more than a momentary loss of control. It symbolizes the impossible position in which he placed himself by trying to bridge two irreconcilable worlds. Meghan's psychological state following the courtroom incident has become a subject of intense speculation. Medical professionals were reportedly called to attend to her after the confrontation, though official statements claim this was merely a precautionary measure following the emotional strain of the proceedings. Security concerns have skyrocketed for both Harry and Meghan following the incident, with their royal protection officially terminated and public attention at fever pitch. Private security costs are estimated to exceed millions annually, a financial burden that adds practical complications to their already overwhelming emotional challenges. Former palace staff members have begun speaking out, painting conflicting pictures of life with the Sussexes. Some describe a warm, compassionate couple gradually broken by institutional cruelty. Others portray Meghan as demanding and Harry as increasingly withdrawn. The truth, as always, likely contains elements of both narratives. In the days following the courtroom drama, Meghan and Harry retreated to separate locations. She to a private estate in California, he to an undisclosed location rumored to be in the UK. This physical separation has fueled speculation about the future of their marriage, with some sources claiming the courtroom confrontation marked the final breaking point in their relationship. Divorce rumors gained traction when Meghan was photographed without her wedding ring during a brief public appearance 3 days after the incident. Royal experts caution against jumping to conclusions, noting the emotional turbulence and need for space following such a public breakdown. Harry's next moves remain the subject of intense speculation. Royal watchers note that despite everything, he has made no public statement criticizing his family or the institution, a silence that speaks volumes about his conflicted loyalties. Some experts predict an eventual reconciliation attempt with the monarchy, though likely without Meghan. The couple's numerous commercial partnerships now hang in the balance. Major streaming and publishing deals were predicated on their royal connections now officially severed. Industry insiders report emergency renegotiations as companies assess the changed landscape and the couple's altered market value. Meghan's career trajectory appears to be shifting back toward entertainment. Multiple sources confirm preliminary discussions with production companies about directing and producing projects unrelated to royal life, a potential creative rebirth emerging from the ashes of her royal role. The children remain the central concern for both parents despite their personal conflicts. Arrangements for their care and custody have reportedly been the one area of continued cooperation between Harry and Meghan, with both determined to shield Archie and Lilibet from the fallout of their public drama. The international response to the royal meltdown reflects deeper questions about the monarchy's place in the modern world. Across the Commonwealth, the spectacle has accelerated Republican movements and constitutional reviews. Australia's Republican faction has gained significant momentum, with polls showing a dramatic shift toward support for constitutional independence following the Sussex crisis. American reaction has been particularly favorable toward Meghan, with many viewing the situation through the lens of an American woman facing discrimination from an archaic foreign institution. This narrative has complicated diplomatic relations at a time when the UK desperately needs strong American ties for post-Brexit economic partnerships. Media coverage has reached saturation levels, with the story dominating news cycles across multiple continents. The incident has spawned countless memes, TikTok trends, and social media debates, with younger audiences particularly engaged with the drama's themes of institutional power, race, and gender dynamics. Cultural commentators note that the incident has forced a broader societal reckoning with the monarchy's role. What was once viewed as a harmless tradition and tourist attraction now faces serious questions about its cost, both financial and human. The slap has become symbolic of resistance against institutional power, regardless of one's opinion about Meghan herself. The financial implications for the monarchy extend beyond reputation. Tourism revenues connected to royal attractions have reportedly declined as the institution's glamorous image suffers. Corporate sponsors of royal-adjacent charities have begun quiet reassessments of these relationships, concerned about association with an institution increasingly viewed as dysfunctional. The coming months will prove critical for all parties involved. Legal experts suggest the formal separation between the Sussexes and the monarchy may face challenges, particularly regarding security arrangements and financial entanglements that cannot be easily unwound despite the official decree. Harry faces the most complex path forward. Sources close to the prince describe a man at a crossroads, unable to fully return to royal life, yet struggling to find purpose outside it. His military connections remain his strongest independent identity, with rumors suggesting he may expand his involvement with veteran support initiatives. Meghan's next chapter appears more clearly defined, but no less challenging. Without royal restrictions, she can pursue creative and advocacy work with greater freedom, though now carrying the additional baggage of the courtroom incident. Her team reportedly views this as an opportunity for reinvention rather than mere damage control. The monarchy itself stands at a historic inflection point. Polling indicates eroding support among key demographics, particularly voters under 40. Palace advisors are reportedly developing a comprehensive modernization strategy, recognizing that business as usual is no longer viable in the wake of the Sussex scandal. What did Meghan reveal in her private emotional breakdown when cameras stopped rolling? And how will the monarchy survive this existential challenge? The royal slap wasn't just a momentary loss of control. It was the violent collapse of a modern fairy tale, and possibly the beginning of the end for the world's most famous monarchy. As the dust settles on this unprecedented scandal, the royal family faces its greatest existential challenge in generations. For Meghan and Harry, the path forward remains uncertain. Their love story, once celebrated as bridging worlds, has become a cautionary tale about institutional power and personal sacrifice. Whether their relationship can survive both external pressures and internal conflicts remains the question on everyone's mind. What's undeniable is that nothing will ever be the same. Not for the couple, not for the monarchy,